D for Dumbarton, D for Dessers, and D for Diabolical. Finally, Big Cyriel has found his level, and it's against League 2 opposition, Dumbarton. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Rangers may have won by 4 goals to 1 to advance to the last 16. Cyriel Dessers may have got on the score sheet, but it took him about 20 attempts to do so, despite playing against low league opposition. And you really have to think here that if Rangers were against a better team, would Dessers' missed chances came back to hurt them? Potentially. I know they won 4-1. I know they're safe, but they're not really safe because Danilo's out, Sima is out. They need to sign a striker, and they can't be playing with Dessers up front. It's as simple as that.
Yep, and even though Fabio Silva is a striker, it's not enough, right? Because the guy really hasn't even scored a goal yet. Yeah, he's played 2 competitive games. I'm not going to hold it against Fabio Silva, but here, he's not proven in the league. We don't really know what he's capable of, and he's completely flopped at Wolves. And yeah, see Dessers, he was in a lose-lose situation tonight, because see if he scored 4 goals, everyone would have just said...
Well, it's against Dumbarton.
Aye. But the reality is, he had 2 of the worst shots I've ever seen within the space of a couple of minutes of each other.
And I mean shots that...
You're not on about the overhead kick, about it for a throw-in, no?
I'm not even on about that one, no.
No, so
I'm on about the 2...
3 of the worst shots you've ever seen?
I'm on about the 2, like, he had back-to-back, where first one, they said he was offside, and he skied it intentionally. And then the second one, he had 4 people playing him on, they still skied it.
No.
But then he did have the overhead kick that, yeah, went out for a throw-in. I think only Cyriel Dessers could do that. I mean, Rangers had, something like 24 shots and only 4 on target, 5 on target.
Yeah, that's not good enough. It's simply not.
And the majority of the shots off target were by Cyriel Dessers.
But this is nothing new. Like, we didn't need this game to know that Rangers need a striker. It's almost like some people on Twitter did, though. Oh, that's it. We need to sign a striker. We knew Rangers have needed a striker pretty much since, I would say, the first Old Firm. Because that's when everyone quickly realised, oh wait, everyone Rangers has signed here is fucking mince. So... Like, Rangers have seen that last Old Firm, lackey a good striker cost them. Loads of games this season, strikers have cost them, and yeah, you know, Rangers obviously being better than most teams in the league.
Like that chance where he's through, and then Alistair Johnson comes back and takes the ball off him. I mean, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, it's completely embarrassing, but...
Anyway, let's get to the game. No point talking about it. I think that Old Firm game has been talked about enough for the wrong reasons. I ain't going to go back and talk about it anymore.
No, but Rangers could sign 5 players, right? To the midfield and defensive positions. And if they do... But the fact of the matter, they need up front. That's what they need. Sima's out. Danilo's out to the end of the season, right? Like I said in my video, Rangers' strongest front 3 right now.
Sam Lammer's out the door.
Yep. Is Matondo, Fabio Silva, and Ross McCausland. That front 3 ain't winning the league. That front 3 ain't doing anything in Europe. That front 3's doing fuck all.
That front 3 be lucky to beat Dumbarton, but they did beat Dumbarton today, so let's talk about it. Pissing down with rain. The pitch, I'm not going to say the pitch was unplayable, but it's a bad look for Scottish football, and it wasn't great conditions, and looking at the pitch, I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, did this game really need to go ahead? It was a really shocking pitch.
I'm glad it went ahead, though. They needed to go ahead. Storm Isa, or whatever it was called.
I don't know when Dumbarton play next, but I wouldn't be surprised if if it's at home, I wouldn't be surprised if their next game doesn't go ahead. This pitch was tearing up really badly.
Well, they're not playing midweek, so they'll be probably playing at the weekend, Dumbarton. Here, I actually like the venue. I like the fact you've got Dumbarton Rock, even though when you're at night, you can't see it, but...
Is there a train station close to Dumbarton?
Why, there will be.
Fair enough.
Why? I don't know, you can't see the trains from the station. Well, what, you thinking about firing Dessers onto one at half time and sending them back to wherever he came from?
Aye, a bullet fucking train. Send them to Japan, somewhere very far away. Anyway, so John Lundstrom gets the opening goal, header at the back post. Dumbarton actually had a pretty good chance to go 1-0 up.
Yeah, with Hoof. Good opportunity, McCrory saved it.
McCrory also made a mistake as well.
No, but he did, but that's the prop, right? Dumbarton could have been 1-0 up when Rangers literally could have been 6-0 up. 6-0's not an over-exaggeration. If Dessers takes his chances, and I think there was a few other people, like, we're talking 5-6 goals.
Yeah, not good enough.
Dumbarton were very open tonight. They didn't really sit deep.
Very open, as opposed to other nights where they're
close shut.
No,
you would expect, like, 2 banks of 4 behind the ball. I didn't really notice that tonight.
Well, I think Dumbarton showed up tonight trying to play football.
No, they did.
And I actually respect that.
And Dessers was playing...
It's fucking rugby or something, going for conversions. I don't know what he was doing. Anyway, John Lundstrom, header, back post, good header for John Lundstrom. Is he the best in the world? I don't know. Best in the earth? I don't know. But, I mean, he probably was the best player up until the first half because he put Rangers in front, and then Cyriel Dessers finally scored a goal. And I'm not even going to give him credit for this goal. The ball comes in, and he literally just throws both feet at the ball. And I'm not going to say he was aiming for this. I think he just tried to get any sort of connection on it, and it trickled into the back of the net. I don't think this is a good goal. That's not hating on the guy.
No, it's not. I mean, it's a tap at heart. He scored loads of these this season.
This is from about 4 yards out, maybe.
Yo, seeing the guys did well, I've praised him. That goal against Betis, phenomenal.
No, that goal against Betis is... I reckon after that goal, after that match, I think Dessers should have been in and resigned because he's not going to have a better moment than that at Rangers.
No, he's not.
It's not going to get any better.
No.
Rangers should have transfer listed him right after that to goal. Try to get their money back.
I don't think his positioning's really his problem. I just think it's the finishing. Some strikers are bad at positioning, but some strikers are bad at finishing. And... it's like, if you can get into the position but you can't finish it, then does the positioning really matter?
You know what, you can give him the benefit of the doubt, but there's only so long you can go where you're like, you know what, this guy just cannot score. This guy cannot finish. This guy is absolutely awful. I'm not going to make excuses for him.
I'm not saying Dessers doesn't have a future at Rangers, right? But he doesn't have a future at Rangers as like the first striker. See if this is the guy, like third choice, absolutely.
He must be the worst finisher in the Scottish Premiership.
For the starting striker?
No, anybody.
Well, probably because his conversion rate would probably... Yeah,
I'm not talking like 4th or 5th string fucking strikers that play for Livingston. But I'm talking about, like, if we're talking maybe the first, 3 strikers in all the clubs, the top 3 strikers, he must be the worst... I'm not saying worst player, but he must be the worst finisher.
Yeah.
I've not seen anyone this season miss the amount of and it's not like he's trying to stick at top bins. He's not like he's going for accuracy and he's just narrowly putting it past the post. He is fucking skying these things, man. He's getting nowhere near the target.
All you hear about though, the old firm signed these players like Van Feen, Nisbet, etc. Oh well, they're not going to get the opportunities. He had buckets, the opportunity. Say Kyogo was playing up front tonight, right, in the first 20 minutes.
Hat-trick.
Easy. Yeah, and I get it, right? Goals change games, so maybe Dumbarton wouldn't have been open for the last 3 opportunities.
I think O gets a hat-trick tonight.
Anyone. I think Rangers' best case scenario. I think Cantwell's shite, honestly. I would drop Fabio Silva back into the 10.
I think 2024 Ali McCoist would have got a couple of goals tonight.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, I think the average person in the world could have, could have got goals tonight in the first 20 minutes in Dessers' positions.
But he's the only person I've seen shooting that's probably as bad, if not worse, than Dessers this season was Sam Lammers.
And he's away.
He's been pushed out the door. He's another guy that, when he took the shot, you literally didn't know where it was going to end up. The only thing you knew is it wasn't going to go in the back of the net. Anyway, second half, Dumbarton kept in the game. They got pretty close towards the end, conceding another goal, and then penalty to Rangers. I didn't think they'd have to roll out the penalty in a Scottish Cup game, but there you go.
Should Tav have gave it to Silva?
I mean, Tav's a penalty kick taker. If he wants to pad his numbers, he's entitled to do that.
He is.
He's a fucking captain. He stayed here. I mean, he's not won many trophies at Rangers, so he may as well up the goal tally.
Yeah, Matthew Shields got the equaliser, the consolation.
And at this point, the commentator...
It's just a shit goal for Rangers to concede, though.
It's a good goal for Dumbarton, because the set piece in is a glancing header. That's all you kind of need. It's a good delivery as well, and it's just it's in front of the 6-yard box, and all you really need is a player to get on this, and a good chance of scoring, and that's exactly what they've done. I don't think you can blame McCrory here. It was
placed right into that bottom left-hand corner.
A good goal for Dumbarton's point of view, but a poor goal for Rangers' point of view.
It is.
But it's almost expected for Rangers. It's like set pieces aren't the greatest at defending.
Scott Wright that makes it 4-1. Makes a decent goal.
A good strike for Scott Wright, but I think the goalkeeper should have saved it.
He should have. McCausland
kind of underneath him. But then again, the conditions as well. I wouldn't. If this is dry, I think the goalkeeper maybe saves it.
I think it's just a tragic state of affairs is that Michael Beale... Beale got back last January. I know it wasn't massively, but bringing Cantwell and Raskin into that Rangers team was massive at the time.
Well, they came in
And then
and
look at my money spent in the summer. Clement's got nothing, man. And it's a shame because the guy's much better, way better than Bale. Don't even need to explain that.
I think if Clement could get to, and I'm not counting Fabio Silva here because I just don't, he's untested. I don't think you know what you're getting with him. But I think if Clement, if you guaranteed him at the start of this window 2 starting players, just like Bale got last year, he'd have accepted that.
Yep.
If you gave him 2 players that were going to come in and improve the starting 11, I think he'd have been happy with that number. But at this rate, I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to get anybody.
Rangers are sat on their hands. You know,
They be waiting? I mean, could they be biding their time? Possibly, but I just don't. Like, for me, I would want to get the business done early. I think when you leave it late, you're giving the player less time to come in and gel, and you're also probably going to be paying a little bit of an inflated price. I think when you buy a player, especially on transfer deadline day, you're probably going to pay a little bit more than you would have if you got him at the start of the window, because clubs are like, well, we're selling you him now and we don't have a lot of time, so you need to compensate us with an extra fee. And I just don't understand why clubs do this. If it was me personally, I would have the signings lined up. I'd be getting them done in the first week of January, and then you can bring them into the squad for the winter break, try and get them settled in, instead of getting them on like the final day, and then they're taking a couple of weeks to get set up and get built into the team. And it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know if Rangers are going to make signings.
No, what's the point of the winter break in those 2 friendlies if you're not going to bring anyone in to bed them in?
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying.
No, it's fucking. There's no point whatsoever.
I think Rangers should have got the players in early, and then they could have had them competing against Hertha Berlin and Copenhagen. But that hasn't happened. Are Rangers just waiting, or is this it? Are we not getting any signings for Rangers?
Rangers' 2 next games, right? Wednesday, away to Hibs, Easter Road, and then Saturday, away to St Mirren. See what Cyriel did.
Yeah, I think you can rule the Hibs game out. Nobody knew who's going to come in for the Hibs one. I mean, they could potentially have someone in for the one after that, but I just don't see it. And even if they do bring someone, it's very rare someone comes in and starts the ground running. They normally come in and sit on the bench.
Yeah.
For a bit.
It's big problems at Rangers at the minute, man. Honestly, I said on my channel, they're not winning the league because they're not signing anyone. There's not enough depth and there's not enough quality. It's quite that simple.
I had it 50-50 going into this window on who would win the league. I thought it was about as close as it could possibly be, but I think Rangers need to sign players. I don't necessarily think Celtic do. I think Celtic are getting Maida back, they're getting Abada back. Hatate's going to be back.
Rangers aren't losing anyone. I guess you could say Celtic could potentially lose O'Reilly and Carter Vickers.
I think Rangers need to lose players. They've already lost one dud. I think they need to get rid of another one, and that is Dessers the dud. Anyway, guys, 4-1. I wouldn't say it was convincing. Rangers deserved to win, right? I'm not denying that, of course they did, but I thought Dumbarton played alright tonight. I'd actually give them a wee bit of respect.
No, I appreciate the fact they actually went for it. I think they were unlucky to a degree.
I think 3-1 would have been a wee bit fairer. 4-1 makes it look extremely harsh, but Rangers deserved to win, dominated. Probably could have scored more goals, but Dumbarton maybe could have had an extra couple of goals as well there. Good save from McCrory, and it was a bad night to fit, but the pitch as well didn't help. But both teams turned up and tried, so you know what? Fair enough.
Good game. Great wee game.
Rangers into the last 16. Dumbarton just have to settle now on focusing on League 2 football and trying to remain in the division or try and push for League 1. I don't really know where they are right now. I'm not gonna lie about it. I think they're safe. Dumbarton are safe.
League 2?
Aye, but I think they're safe.
That's alright, aye. They're safe.
Where are they safe?
It's a goal for Joe.
Where are they? What position are they?
They're like top 4.
Well, there you go. They might be League 1 next year.
Might be League 1 next year.
And Rangers might be quadruple champions next year.
Quadruple, I'm hearing.
Ho ho. Anyway, guys, that's it. Catching the next one. Rangers through, Dumbarton out. Dessert's just proven again tonight that he's just not good enough, because if this wasn't Dumbarton, you wouldn't be getting all these chances. And then, you can't be scoring on the 5th or 6th opportunity. You need to be scoring before that.
They're not getting these opportunities at Easter Road or in Paisley. It's that simple.
No, definitely not.
I can see Rangers dropping points against both of them. I can.
2 difficult games. We'll be here to review them both. We'll catch you in the next one, guys. Till then, peace.